What is up? What is up? YouTube, how y'all doing? Ooh, I should do an Ali Carter song. I don't know what to say in the song. What's going on, man? Ali Carter exposes 50 million bribe behind Diddy RICO. Let me put my glasses on, man. I always get up here and start doing videos I don't supposed to be doing. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hey, Ali Carter, y'all. Let's see what she got to say.
The DOJ released a video that at first everybody said they couldn't find a video of Cassie Ventura being beaten. They couldn't find it. It didn't exist. You saw one clip, and then you saw DOJ release another clip to the news. So the DOJ had that clip to begin with. So the people who are telling you that they don't have the Epstein file, they're full of shit. What other way do you want me to explain that? They're lying to you.
They lie.
The ones that are telling you Pam Bondi that she only had a little bit, it's bullshit. Bullshit. Because they told you the same thing, and now you're seeing it with the Sean Combs case about him beating the hell out of females. I knew about the parties going on with multiple people, so it wasn't just Sean Combs. I knew about all of that, but I left early, so guilty. How many people did you hear say about Cassie Ventura that I knew that she was being abused? I knew that it was wrong. I knew what he was doing. The case that is on right now that you guys are seeing is out of New York City. Anywhere. Whoever tried just got painted a target on it. And whoever lied was exposed. I am grateful for the amount of people.
Ali Carter is finally back from hiding, and she just exposed the $50 million bribe that Diddy paid to have his RICO charge snatched away. And baby, the justice system is way more corrupt than we thought. It turns out that Diddy has been secretly pushing out payments to the family of the jurors disguised as charity donations through the church, and the Kardashians may even have a hand in helping him pull this off.
See?
This isn't the first time Diddy has been caught doing this, but this is by far the biggest one so far, and Ali Carter isn't allowing him to get away with this without giving us the tea. When Diddy was arrested...
Damn, you see? You see what I'm saying, man? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, I'm almost sure that it's some fishy. I can't put my hand on it. I went up there, but I'm almost sure it's some fishy stuff that went down. And the government, in order to keep this guy in jail for the rest of his life, which I don't think that's going to happen, you got to go past beyond a reasonable doubt. I think the jury... Now, I don't think he should have got the RICO. A lot of people talking about the RICO. So I ain't even talking about the RICO. I really think that they didn't prove a RICO thing. But I'm pretty sure they proved that Cassie was got in trouble. I don't care what the charges was. He guilty when it come down to Cassie. Cassie, guilty. If you want to be guilty on something, what you did to Cassie, you guilty. I don't care what the charges are. Forget them charges.
The first time Diddy has been caught doing this, but this is by far the biggest one so far, and Ali Carter isn't allowing him to get away with this without giving us the tea. When Diddy was arrested, this was the exact strategy he used to pay off witnesses and victims from coming forward, and he used it again, this time to get the jurors in his favor. Obviously, the jurors still had to find him guilty. If something else, it would be too obvious that some shady stuff was going on. But when it comes to that RICO charge, they cleared that right out the way, because that was the biggest one in there.
Diddy's bribing and victim-paying antics were actually exposed a while back when people were looking into the Kardashians and how they have been using their fave church to evade taxes. If y'all remember, Kris Jenner got exposed a while ago for opening up a church called California Community Church, where all the members are required to pay a $1,000 a month as membership fee and donate over 10% of their earnings to the church's tithes. Initially, people thought this was a scheme orchestrated by Kris to help her and her daughters get a tax write-off. But it turns out it wasn't just taxes they were evading. They were also using the church as an organization to pay off victims of popular celebrities, including Diddy. Apparently, the popular Hollywood manager, Lou Taylor, who managed Diddy, Justin, and the Kardashians themselves at some point, is also a board member at this church, and they have been secretly receiving huge sums of money from Diddy to use in paying off his victims. They disguise these payments as charity donations, but it's really hush money being pushed to victims. But since it's flagged as charity donations, no one bothers to look into it.
Y'all, 24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They is doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband, and they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney Spears' whole situation.
Well, according to Allie Carter, this is the same strategy Diddy used to allegedly bribe the jurors into ruling in his favor. But she didn't stop there. She also slammed the prosecutors for never once bringing up the children that Diddy allegedly touched. Allie said she was almost added to the witnesses to testify, but once they realized she was going to expose the things Diddy did to children, they kicked her out of the list, as well as hundreds of other witnesses who were going to testify about the vile things they witnessed Diddy do to kids.
Witnesses on the case. And I don't know if they even got through all of those witnesses, but Maureen Comey is the prosecutor of this case, on this case in New York City. And she never asked about the children. And, you know, there's so many people who wanted me to be a witness on this trial.
She also went off on people like Lil Bozy and Funk Flex, who have been harassing Cassie and telling her to stop. Coming for Diddy because he has kids who defend him, but forget the fact that he touched on other people when they were also kids. Allie said she was just 15 when Diddy SA'd her in his mansion in LA, and Cassie was also just 19 when he started courting her. They were also kids, but no one cared about what he did to them. But now they expect folks to care about the mental health of his kids once it's time for their father to be held accountable.
On the side of pedophiles, they keep calling Sean Combs' children, his twin daughter and his other daughter, You with me still? Yes? Okay. They keep calling them kids. The twins and the daughters, kids. They don't need to be in the case because they're kids. Cassie Ventura was not called a child. Everybody tore that woman apart because they saw a pregnant grown woman sitting on that trial telling her story that everybody covered up as she was 19 years old. People are addressing Sean Combs' kids as kids, but they won't address Cassie as a kid when this happened to her. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was 15 years old when I had dealings with Sean Combs. She was 19. You get me? Okay? We're not talking about the other children that were on this case. Now, as you guys are saying, I told you, the justice system is rigged. I don't know how many ways people need to say that, see it for themselves, research it, dig on it, and not understand that the justice system is rigged. And we've been saying that since the beginning. We went through court cases. We went through private investigators. This is how we have the insurance and the documents and the things and the receipts that we have, because we have been through this so many times before, where the victim is the one who gets the most hell and the predators walk. The amount of people that you've seen, I want you to stop and think about how many people were enabling this case.
Allie accused the prosecutors of helping Diddy get off on those charges. She said this whole thing was never meant to put him in jail. It was just a humiliation ritual to get him embarrassed. And once they got that out the way, they are never covering things up to help him get off. She even brought up feds knew about Diddy's shenanigans all the way back in the 2000s, but watched him continue doing it till Cassie filed her lawsuit. Her lawsuit made them look bad because people were wondering how all this could be going on without them ever knowing about it. They simply went after Diddy to cover up their own corruption. She also brought up how multiple people knew what Diddy was getting up to but kept their mouth shut about it because they were getting paid. All the way from the hotel staff who cleaned up the rooms after the freak-offs, to the hotel managers themselves erasing CCTV footages, to bodyguards getting paid to blow up cars and kidnap people, to even the DA initially trying to deny Diddy's illegal activities, till the lawsuits starting flying in the masses. So many people had many chances to stop him, but all just sat by and watched because they were getting paid.
See here, the DOJ released a video that at first everybody said they couldn't find a video of Cassie Ventura being. They couldn't find it. It didn't exist. You saw one clip, and then you saw DOJ release another clip to the news. So the DOJ had that clip to begin with. So the people who are telling you that they don't have the Epstein file, they're full of shit. What other way do you want me to explain that? They're lying to you. The ones that are telling you, Pam Bondi, that she only had a little bit, it's bullshit. I bullshit. Because they told you the same thing, and now you're seeing it with the Sean Combs case. They told you they just had a little bit of a video, and then it got released. That's on the DOJ. They lied to you. They told you that nothing happened, that this man, Sean Combs, was just this rap mogul that everybody loved. No, he couldn't have hurt nobody. He couldn't have did anything. And then all this stuff came out. Well, he did that. But yeah, he couldn't have did anything else. And then something else came out. Okay, well, maybe he did that too. But he couldn't have did anything else. And then something else comes out. How many people did you hear say, I left a party early? I knew about the abuse. I knew about children being there. I knew about him beating the hell out of females. I knew about the parties going on with multiple people, so it wasn't just Sean Combs. I knew about all of that, but I left early. So guilty. How many people did you hear say about Cassie Ventura that I knew that she was being abused? I knew that she was wrong. I knew what he was doing, but I'm just now speaking about it. Guilty. Coward. How many maids did it take to clean up a penthouse suite? Know that there was blood and glass everywhere, but they kept their mouth shut because they got paid. Guilty. So we're not talking, let's go back down to the bottom. The hotel manager that you guys never seen his face at first of this hotel, he heard the beat. He heard the screaming. He knew what was going on. He knew that Sean Combs was in there. He knew that he had other girls with him. He knew what was going on. He had the footage. He talked to the security. That hotel manager is who took that footage from the security and said, okay, hand me some money or help me be quiet. I'm going to shut the hell up. You did not hear anything from that hotel manager until now. But they told you, that hotel manager, if you would have went back then, they would have told you, no, we don't know anything. Cover up. Guilty. The security that were on shift that night, that knew about this footage, that knew he dragged her down the hallway, that knew he kicked her in the back and all over the place. The hotel security that knew about that, they looked away. They got paid off. Guilty. How many ways now the FBI that have had all of this information for a really long time looked away from it as well. guilty.
Ali said she almost lost her mind when she found out Diddy was getting off the charges because she had been trying so hard to move on from the essay she faced in his hands, but she was sucked back into this mess once this case started gaining traction. She literally broke down and started crying. Y'all,
Going anywhere. Whoever tried just got painted a target on it, and whoever lied was exposed. I am grateful for the amount of people I wanted to give a damn about somebody saying they love me just because they love me. I didn't want anybody because they wanted me or my body or what they could do to me. I'm nobody's puppet. I'm nobody's toy. I'm nobody's punching bag anymore, and that's all I ever fucking wanted. Do you hear me? I have held my shit in. I've been a vault. I don't usually get upset. I try to just keep that shit going because what can I do? Nothing.
now anyone who has been following Ali knows she's very passionate about the kids, so this entire case is very triggering for her, not only because Diddy still gets to be free, but also because these children are not going to get justice. Not too long ago, she was talking about some of the kids being stolen and used as a sacrifice by these celebrities so they can stay young forever. She said these poor kids were kept in metal chains and used for satanic rituals. Ali didn't specify where exactly these rituals were happening, but she said she witnessed all these things herself while working in the industry. And most of these kids didn't make it out alive. And the few ones who did definitely didn't come out the same as before.
Graphic. But right now, I think a lot of people are not ready for someone to tell you that there are 3-4-year-olds that people take pride in sticking bars of children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old children to horse stables and have horses and dogs raise them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang children upside down in satanic ritual abuse meetings, and they literally hang them. Literally, by metal prongs, they hang them to get blood dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their blood. There are situations that I don't think people are ready for. We're not touching the seriousness of trafficking. Like the videos that I've made, the videos that I've started to make, this is not even touching. This is the gist of it, and I think so many people are quick to raise a sign and say adrenochrome, but you don't know what it means, and you don't know why it's such a thing, why it's such a strong thing in trafficking, and what makes it so strong. What, you know that they're drinking children's blood, but you don't know what they're doing to those children to make their blood strong enough to cause something to flip your system in order.
Man, damn that. You drinking the kid's blood. You don't know what they doing to cause the blood to come outside the body. What they doing to make the blood drip in the first place? The little kid fell down. Come on, man. She on the, oh my God. Oh my God.
What makes it so strong? What, you know that they're drinking children's blood, but you don't know what they're doing to those children to make their blood strong enough to cause something to flip your system in order to keep you in the fountain of youth. No one believes that because it sounds like an unreal horror Disney movie that someone wrote. You know what I'm saying? It kind of is.
These poor youngings were dragged into those parties without their parents or any responsible adults and made to do all these things that traumatize them for life. Can you imagine just how messed up they probably are right now? What's crazier is that Ali also said some of Diddy's. The associates had a fetish for the douche of kids, and they would handpick a few of the male kids and deliberately give them foods that would cause them to have some kind of stomach upset so that they would end up having severe diarrhea during the freak-offs. And as if that wasn't bad enough, they would make these boys lay in their poo and record it.
Watching an episode called Pig Night. When I went, they tried to feed us, and I remember it because when
Pig
you
night.
have to do
Say what?
order jobs like that, you don't eat. You're not allowed to eat. You actually have to like starve yourself, because when you have to do those type of jobs, you can't eat because you will throw up.
Really?
If you are doing, or if you are a guy doing it, you will shit everywhere. Um,
Oh boy.
when this happens, your parents will get mad at you, really mad at you. And if that is a fetish for someone, they use that to their advantage. So if you throw up on someone, you will have to eat it. If you on someone, you will have to lay in it.
Now, it's not confirmed if the jurors really got bribed or if the claims Ally is making about the FBI being involved is even true, but people believe her, and they are also speculating that some shady things are going on. One person said, "I am praying for all the children to be protected, delivered, saved, and healed. God has put them on my heart to pray constantly. I hear on the news and social media that many are being found. Praise the Lord. I also pray for the protection and healing for you and your family." Another person said, Ally Carter's words have gradually reached more people since she started speaking out. Her campaign is working. Patience and persistence will continue to pay off. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Diddy allegedly paying off the jurors? And do y'all think the reason Ally Carter wasn't allowed to testify was because she would have sent this case in a direction that the prosecutors didn't want it going? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.
Man. I don't know, man. I don't know how, I don't know how credible this channel and stuff is, but the one thing I know is something fishy going on, man. They done got tanks and everything. They came guns blazing. They done raided his house. All this motion picture type stuff, man. They done raided the man's house and got him locked up. As soon as he came to the hotel, it's like, oh, he at this hotel. But he's coming to turn himself in. Nah, he was going to go out party and have some fun and then go to the courthouse. They came up there and got him. And he been in jail since. Denied bail 3 times to beat a RICO case. Oh my God. Y'all was supposed to have so much stuff on this dude, y'all ain't even need no daggone jury. They should have been picking the jury like this, man. We don't care who you get on this, son. We don't care. You want him? Oh, cool. Yeah, you can have him, but you have him. And the judge, everybody, you can have him too. You can, in fact, you already paid him. You might well have him on the jury. Yeah, get. We don't care if you live in New Jersey. Number 6, you can come on back. Y'all supposed to have so much evidence that Stevie Wonder can see that this dude is guilty. Oh my God, government, man, I am pissed off at. Y'all take it light, man. Take it slow. Y'all tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.